Well, welcome everybody. Great to have you here at the X39 opportunity meeting and webinar around this amazing technology that the world still hasn't really heard about yet is taking the world by storm and changing so many people's different lives. My name is Andrew.
And my name's Vanessa.
And so we've been in this for 12 months now, and we're looking forward to sharing this with you and what it can do for your life.
So just tell a little story as we are getting the presentation ready about how you got the patch and what happened for you.
So my best friend of 25 plus years called me when we landed back. We were away for almost 10 years in North America and Canada, Montreal, and in Florida, and in St. Augustine. And by the way, if you don't mind just muting your cameras so we don't have any feedback, that would be awesome. Thank you. And so when we arrived, when we arrived, he called me and said, "Hey, Andrew, have you been patched?" And I'm like, what does that mean? And he goes, well, there's this little patch you put on your body. And he goes, for me, my energy has gone through the roof. It's a stem cell technology. He goes, my hair is growing back. And I'd been watching that recede over the last 25 plus years slowly. And his hair color was coming back. And I'm like, seriously, from a patch? I mean, we're Aussies, right? It's like, sounds too good to be true. And he goes, I know, but I've been on it now for a month and it's a game changer. So, hey, the greatest currency on earth is trust. And so I trusted him to join a webinar like this. As soon as we heard about it, we were like all in, and it's changed our life. And we're going to share more a little bit about a lot of the results that we've received from this.
This is the patch. Basically, if you think about it, it's as big as just your hand like that. And this is what we are presenting about today. So I'm just going to share my screen. And this is literally what was presented to us. So the question he asked Andrew is, have you been patched yet? And we were saying, what is a patch? But we also trusted him and were curious about that.
That's right.
And so this is what we're talking about, a patch that will elevate, activate, and regenerate your body to do what it is designed to do.
That's right.
The patch was actually invented by a man named David Schmidt, who's famous for age reversing technology that he's been designing and inventing for years and years. Very, very reputable, very well known as a scientist. What we love personally is that as a scientist and inventor, he's also the CEO of this company. So this is not taken over by any large type of pharma environments or companies, but he's kept the rights to this technology for the last 20 years that LifeWave has been in existence. And for those of you that are here from Australia, because most of you are, it's been here in the country about 2 years, which is really exciting.
It is. And so he created a patent around this, which is incredibly important around this technology, because a patent means nobody else can use this technology, steal this technology, which means nobody else has this but brand partners of LifeWave. And a patent says what it does. And what this patent says is that it's a result of elevating copper peptides, including activation of stem cells. So this is a stem cell technology, and also improvements in energy and elevation of antioxidants. So we're about to share in a minute about more about the benefits, but this is a patented stem cell technology. And what we're about to find out is what this product does is elevates the copper peptides to activate your stem cells to do what stem cells need to do.
So if you don't know, like we didn't, even though we're in the wellness space, that the fewer stem cells you have, the faster you age. So people are living longer, all the operations, everything, all the medication, but they're not living well.
Yes.
Stem cells are responsible for slowing down the aging process and actually reversing the aging process the more those stem cells increase in your body. At 30, half of your stem cells are gone.
No
Sorry.
way. I mean, you're only 30 and a half your stem cells.
By all that like achy stuff starts to happen.
And then by age 60, I'm sorry, we're 10 years off that now, 10 and a bit, is completely become dormant. So that's why, especially people that haven't necessarily looked after themselves and so on, we see such rapid decline on certain people because your stem cells have stopped working. So we have a solution for that.
So this is, as Andrew just shared, we just shared this patch. It's photo light therapy. So what it is doing is it is basically using the heat and light of your own body to mirror back to your body the ability for your body to elevate copper peptides, which is just a peptide in your body that we don't have naturally anymore. And that is responsible for switching on our dormant stem cells.
That's right.
There are no chemicals, stimulants. There is nothing going through your skin. This is light therapy, which is very, very common, but never in a patch.
So it's non-invasive. Nothing gets past the skin barrier, which is so important, and why this is such a game-changing technology. The benefits of X39, because there are so many benefits. And again, what will happen on your body is very different to the person next to you. But this is what we're seeing in many of what we've seen personally, and then in our team of almost 1,500 people, and the thousands of people around the world that have been using the X39. They're seeing increased strength. People that are, I mean, we heard from a 75-year-old lady who works out, which I'm like totally inspired by, and looking after herself. She's 75 or 80. And she said, usually it's a day or two after certain weights that I use that I've had to recover with. She goes, the next day I was fine. She goes, I haven't had that in absolute years. So we're seeing that increased strength, mental clarity. Who knows that as we age, we need more mental clarity than ever. I saw that. I felt like the brain fog completely cleared up. We're hearing of the spike protein of a certain injection that many were given over the years clearing up. And so we're seeing, like for me, my ADHD and anxiety, and a lot of people when it comes to mental health, seeing so much clarity and power come back to what they can control, because this is helping your central nervous system as well. Reduced inflammation. Most diseases and illnesses come from inflammation, and most of us are walking around with inflammation. Well, this is helping reduce that. Restored muscle and skeletal conditions, increased stamina, improvement of sleep. For me, I haven't slept well for probably 20 years. I was recently for 18 months on a sleep apnea machine. So Vanessa had to sleep next to Darth Vader every night. It wasn't Luke Skywalker, it was Darth Vader. Wasn't a good look. It wasn't great for her, it wasn't great for me. I am now 8 months off my sleep apnea machine now. I'm sleeping all the way through. I'm dreaming again, which I cannot remember the last time before this that I was dreaming. And I'm waking up rested and like with a freshness and vitality. And we're hearing that again and again. Energy and vitality is going through the roof for so many different people. Improved skin appearance. What I love this is the whole benefit of this is to create a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. And we're hearing even from one success story of a lady she said, I can now leave my home without anxiety and go and be around people again because of what the X39's done for me. I mean, I just love hearing stories like that.
We make a disclaimer now as we share a few stories that these products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical conditions. But when your own body's stem cells wake up, they will go to where your body needs them to go. That's why people can't say, will it do this? Will it do that? We can't say yes. We'll say, when you get this patch on, your body will begin to do what it was designed to do. There's inflammation in a scan here, in a brain scan of a 77-year-old woman. At session 1, this is all the red inflammation. Inflammation is everywhere in our bodies, but in our brain, it has major impact. By the time session 3 came 6 weeks later, there's no more red. There's all that beautiful blue. That means that her brain is firing quicker. There's more coherence. But you got to think, the inflammation in brain is in both young people and mature people as well. Early on in those kind of like attention deficits, or even the autism and some of those challenges that people face there. We see many stories around young kids having incredible impact with this patch, all the way through to some elderly and those that are dealing with Parkinson's, dementia, and some of those challenges in the brain. So this is, again, a game changer for people of all ages, all walks of life, male or female.
So the long-term results of the X39, and these studies are shown on thisisit.info.com. What I love about this company is they're not trying to hide anything. They've been around 20 years. They've got a whole bunch of studies and so many success stories that you can go to see testimonies of different people around the world where their life has been changed with this product. But in the first few days, 4,000 genes begin to reset when you start with this little patch. I mean, I didn't even know we had 4,000 genes, but they're beginning to reset. And that's where you'll start to see even you'll begin to potentially feel some things shifting in your body. Within 6 weeks, brain becomes balanced. And that is so important. Within 3 months, your collagen is increased. Now, I know collagen's great on the outside and we all want that. Come on, let's be honest. But we also have collagen around our vital organs. And so that begins to increase around the parts that are the most important. And then within 6 months, the heart reverses in age. They did a study of a whole bunch of people, and they found that within 6 months, the average heart age had reversed by 8 years. And so this is doing something potentially super powerful. And so I love what the CEO and inventor says. It's not about anti-aging, it's age reversing. You can put in the chat, if you give me a 5, if you're into a little bit of age reversing. Come on, who's into age reversing? Why don't you put the number 5 in the chat?
This is so simple to wear. It's not to offend men in any way, shape, or form. But even Andrew says this patch was designed for men, so they don't have to think about anything except waking up in the morning, putting a patch on, and taking it off at night.
I'm not offended. I come from the generation that doesn't get offended, but let's have a joke there. But it is so simple that you take the patch off. I got a lot of people laughing at that one. So all you got to do is take the little sticky off, put it on the back, and I have mine before I have a shower. I'll go to the beach. We live 2 blocks from the beach, and so it's waterproof all day. And then before I go to bed, I take it off, and or put it on your pet. If you want your pet to last longer than others, you can put it on its collar, and especially if it's unwell, you can put it on your pet. Or you throw it away. And then you rinse, repeat. You do the same thing the next day.
So it's amazing. Drink an electrolyte, just something active in your water so that your cells can really respond well. We love storytelling because the thing is, the technology feels sophisticated. It is. An inventor invented it. It is sophisticated. But the stories are truly what are changing people's lives. And we've heard thousands of them already across the last year. But we just have 1 or 2 friends that is going to share tonight some impact that they've had. And the first person we'd love to introduce is Amanda Gleig, and she is in the functional health space. She is a metabolic coach. She helps a lot of people, and it's been so exciting to watch her just partner in this movement with us. So Amanda, will you say hi?
So, hi everyone, my name is Amanda, as Andrew and Vanessa said, and I work in that functional nutrition and health coaching space. And Vanessa and Andrew are my sponsors in LifeWave. So I've been using the patches personally about 2.5 months now, and I am absolutely blown away by the results. So me personally, I have a underlying overactive immune disorder and an autoimmune condition, and that's pretty much in remission. And obviously from my profession, I know how to keep myself generally healthy by doing all the things like sleep, stress management, water, sunlight, exercise. But one of the things that I hadn't been able to get under control or get to where I wanted it to be was my body's ability to recover from stress. And there was always this lingering fatigue that I just couldn't get over. And so I've been wearing an Oura ring for a couple of years now. And so I've got lots of data, so much data on all the different supplements and protocols and all the things that I have tried, but nothing had really moved the needle until I started using the patches. And so as Andrew and Vanessa mentioned before, all of those benefits, I'm sleeping deeper, I'm getting better REM sleep, my skin's improved, my nails are growing out of control. But one of the biggest things for me that's changed is my HRV, or something we call heart rate variability. And that's more than doubled, which puts me into the exceptional range, which for me, I've never even been able to get kind of out of the solid range before. And so HRV just measures the variation in time between heartbeats, and it's a great indicator of how well the body is managing stress. So that can be physical stress and things like a workout, it can be mental or emotional stress and things like work or relationships, but that higher HRV means my body is better at adapting to stress and recovering quickly. So I haven't changed anything else in my lifestyle, I've just added the patches. I've been able to add in an extra workout each week. I've still seen my recovery improve, which for me is massive. Like that would have taken my body weeks to adapt to that increase in stress before. And then one other thing that my Aura Ring shows is that my cardiovascular age has come down 3 years since patching. And that measurement on the Aura Ring provides an estimate of how your heart is aging compared to your chronological age. So to have that heart rate or have that cardiovascular age measure 3 years younger after less than 3 months of patching is simply incredible. So I'm so excited to see what those patches do as I continue using them and they do a deeper work into the future.
Wow.
Amazing.
See, we don't even know half these details from people, but thank you so
Yeah.
much for just being so clear and honest about that, and so giving so much hope for people too.
Absolutely.
So we've got Martin Amanda's in Sydney in the Northern Beaches, but Martin is here on the Gold Coast, and again just knew my sister, and it's lovely to see how quickly just the word of the X39 flows and moves between people. So Martin, will you just give a 2-minute update on what's going on for you and even your son?
Certainly will. Hi, everybody. Yeah, Vanessa's sister lives around the corner from me, and she introduced me. I've been patching for about 3 months. I'm a keen sportsman and golfer, and I work. And I was diagnosed with arthritis in my upper back and my little pinkies, and they really hurt because you tend to hit those all the time. And I took supplements and did things, and I didn't want anti-inflammatory drugs or cortisone injections. So I put the patch on. It did take about 3 weeks. 3 to 4 weeks when I noticed that the ache in the bones had gone. So I have no aches. I've had to use no painkillers since then. So that's changed my whole. I now want to go and play golf. I played golf quite a bit in the last 2 months and done quite well. So I'm more enthused about my sport and going to work and lifting things. So I don't take any drugs. I just have the patches, and I sleep much better. I have vivid dreams. And a byproduct, which I wasn't even thinking about, was I go to the toilet like I'm 66, and my stream has returned to normal instead of being like a machine gun. So I wasn't even thinking about that. So that's one of the other things. And I've stopped biting my nails. I've bitten them for 66 years after being in hospital. I've now got 10 nails, and I've had to cut them. So instead of biting them. So that's another thing. So obviously my anxiety, stress levels are lower. My son has Asperger's. He was the first person I put them on as soon as I got mine. Lent him a sleeve, and then he got on them, and he's much happier. His anxiety levels have gone right down. He's just had 10 days in Japan, drifting cars and out with his friends. So he's a kind of new guy. He's 34, and he's thriving. So it's made a big difference for him and also our relationship. So I'm just patching, and I'm letting people know. So it's been great.
You're doing amazing.
Love hearing stories, success stories like that, and hear about your son and how this affects beyond you. It affects your family, it affects your friends, it affects, like, there are so many people that need this.
Yeah, and personally, we just love to share as we get to know people. We are parents of 4 gorgeous girls. They range in age from 14 through to 21, and we have mothers that we love dearly, and really a wider family that we've just seen amazing impact.
Yes,
My daughter
yes.
had 3 brain injuries in concussion living in Canada. Just the mental health stability that's come around her patching, scoliosis in another daughter, virus that had taste and smell gone in your auntie,
Yes.
came back. So even just personally, there is so much impact. When you see these presentations, we know there's things going on for many of you just living this life that we live, but I'm sure other names are coming to your mind as well. And so the model around this company and the way it's shared globally is called direct selling. What direct selling means is it really takes the power and the profit away from big companies and puts it back in the hands of people sharing.
Yeah.
So instead of marketing budgets going out all over the place, the commission goes back to people. In about 8 minutes time, we will in about 5 minutes stop this recording, and then we will present what is the business structure, the compensation plan, and the opportunity to also not just take control of your health, but possibly really start to take control of your wealth as well. And you'll see some of the ways you can do that. But for now, we just want to show you actually how to get this patch, because it literally is like $5 a day.
Exactly. For $5 a day. I mean, you can barely buy a coffee. Definitely can't buy a beer or a glass of wine. And I always say to people, what's your greatest wealth? For us, our health is our greatest wealth. And so, because that keeps us here with family, that keeps us here building life. That's where everything stems from. And then health and wealth creates true freedom. And so I believe one doesn't have to come at the expense of the other, but I do find, and after working with tens of thousands of people over the last couple of decades, is people, myself included, at different seasons of my life, have sacrificed their health to survive and to create wealth. And we believe you can have both. And this is so extremely affordable. And the reason why the owner has gone the direct selling model is so that it can get out there as fast as possible at the most economical price. So for around $5 a day, depending on which pack that you go for, you can start to begin to see success stories to creating your success story and what this can do in your body. And so there's three packages. There's the core, the advanced, and the premium. The core is at $295 US. It's all in US dollars because it's all around the world now. And you get 3 months worth, so 3 sleeves of the X39. And really that's for someone on their own, and they just need to look after their health. And so for around 500 Australian dollars, we can get that to you and start beginning patching. Now, if you share that with people and they share it with people, the company will compensate you up to $100 US per week, which more than covers all your patches and gives you a little income for that month. And so a lot of people, that's great for them. For most people, the advanced or the premium packs is what they've gone for, because the advanced pack actually gives you at $535 US, which is just under $1,000, gives you 6 of these sleeves of these X39s. And what that's for is, say, for you and your partner, maybe for one or two children, and then enough to be able to share with other people. So when you're out, you're talking to family and friends and people you meet at the dog park, say, like we do, it's getting one of these patches out. And that's for less than just under $1,000 Australian. And then there's the premium pack, which a lot of people and a lot of our team have gravitated to, because number one, it's the best price per sleeve. The others is around $99.95 US per sleeve. At the premium price, it's $87.50 per sleeve. So people with a big family all like to have the best price. And then for those like us who saw this as a business opportunity, where we wanted to create full-time incomes as fast as possible, we took on the premium pack because we had 20 of these for this price, which means we're out there sharing it with people. We're out there with our family and friends. Our kids are out there sharing it with their friends and their parents. And also that means you won't need to auto ship for the first 3 months, which is a value of around $600. And so it's the most economical and the greatest price for those who would love to start running and building this as another stream of income. So it's core, advanced, or premium that you can come in at, and we give you full support as you do this, and really look forward to hearing some great health testimonies.
I love it. So great chat going on as well, just around the fact that there's also a few support patches. The X39 does the regenerative work. It's the only one that elevates and regenerates your stem cells. There's a few other support patches that will over time then support some systems, as Amanda just said so clearly, and your brand partner can tell you more about those. But this is the one you want to be wearing daily. So we are so glad that you've been on. Yeah. Basically, the person that shares this video with you is a brand partner. And what that means is they can give you access to those wholesale prices. So circle back with your brand partner. Say you want to get started. Here in Australia, be really mindful that with Christmas coming up, it comes out of Melbourne, but Australia Post, we know what Australia Post is like. And so get patching as soon as you can. The core and the advanced will just come in normal delivery. The premium comes faster, and you are leading into a time where you're going to have lots of other people you want to share about this technology with. We'll be online twice a week like we are presenting. There's pre-recorded presentations, but you can also talk to the brand partner you know about helping you share with other people. So thank you for your time today on this call. Thank you, everyone. Your testimonies are amazing.
Yes.
And we cannot wait to see you, Patch, and what's going to happen in your body and your brain and your family and with your loved ones.
So please circle back for the price of $5 a day. Again, an incredibly inexpensive product. If this was in any other model, outside of the direct selling model, this would be $30 a patch. And so the faster you sign up, the faster we can get it to you and start hearing your stories. And we're just blown away with how people are getting their freedom back in their health, and for many, their wealth as well, as they start to share with others.
So thanks for being on. We're now going to go to another recorded session around what it would look like to have this in your world, sharing with others like a business. So thanks for being on tonight.